I'm gonna actually pop my stream on now.
Where's the Mithrax?
There we go.
There we are.
Hello, hello, hello.
I need to be able to quote scripture and such. Or, well, paraphrase scripture.
Most of the scripture stuff is towards the bottom.
Okay. Good to know. There we are. The Ivory Paladin, right. I was gonna ask, is the Ivory Paladin something that we can actually talk about, or is that's pretty hush-hush?
I mean, I would think that you could talk about it since it's,
A tenant of the
they
faith,
say,
I suppose.
they say, but the faithful of Mithrax believe in it, so that the White Paladin will make himself known.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't see why you could.
Fair enough. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Let's see.
I gotta get back into voice for this character. I completely forgot. She was somewhat like this, I think. Much better. I think that's closer to what she is. Something along these lines. Something along these lines, I think, was her voice from Tuesday. I'm completely blanking on how she spoke, but I think it's something like this.
That sounds about right.
Hope it's right.
Just from the brief moment I came across
I
it.
hope it's correct. If it's not, alright, it's fine. She was closer to my normal voice than any other character that I do, so.
And now I get to pull it out. Brother Ivor, once again. Yes. I made the unfortunate mistake of like, oh, heavy Russian accent for two of my characters. Okay. I'll have to find a way to distinguish that one from the other one. Well, I mean, the plate helps.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Oh. Gosh, yeah, we have so many people who are starting late.
Yeah, be a quiet morning, I guess. Well, relatively speaking.
Alright. I think everything's set up.
Oh, and what was your character's name again? Just so.
Oh, you're fine. Elaine.
Elaine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just Elaine.
Thank you for letting us spend the night.
Of course. We are happy to help.
Yeah.
You can sleep
But it was really nice. It's a lot better than like you sleeping outside in a tent when there's a whole bunch of scary people and stuff. So yeah.
Of course. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Thank you. Yeah. We appreciate it. It's really nice to run back into my friend Lenore. So it's cool to find you here. This is like the odds, you know. The chances were pretty unlikely. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Really? The blue flame. This is what it does. Surely there's more to it. Oh. Abba Martino. Yep. Alright, well, Martin is not going to approach me. I guess I need to approach him. Oh.
I was gonna have her leave town, but now the roads aren't too safe, and thanks to seeing how they travel, they can move ground quickly. It would just be a bit more secure if she had one of your paladins on her.
I cannot order you to do this, but it is up to you, Ivor. I will let Helena know if you make this choice.
I will be happy to help.
That is good to hear.
I greatly appreciate.
And where might I find this Wolvana?
Go ahead and wait at the market. I'll tell her to meet you there, and when she's ready, she can, the two of you can head out of town.
Understood. I will go make my rounds around the market.
Of course.
I will need to get my morning patrols out of the way, then I will go.
Of course. May Mithrax protect the both of you on your travel.
May the blue flame guide you all. Good day.
And may it guide you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning.
Of course, Jack.
Were you in need of any assistance today? I've spent the whole morning trying to look at the books in the back, but they're a little bit beyond my knowledge. So I figured maybe through seeing I could learn.
course, if you wish to accompany me, there's no issue with that. Normally, if I am honest, end up at the right place at the right time, more than
Is that luck something of
people come to me
Mithrax?
when they have issues. A little of that and a little of people having come to know that I can help.
I see. Well, if you stumble upon it often, then it sounds like I will learn.
Of course. We'll make for the tavern.
I see.
There is some things I must talk to Christus about.
Good morning.
Is
Good morning.
there something we can help
Give
you
my
with?
prayer.
I see. Feel free. I'll
Thank
be
you.
stepping out, so cannot give any sermons. But
Thank you, Abbot.
of course, Mithrax bless you.
Mithrax, bless you.
And you. I am following close behind.
Oh, just making sure you're not getting lost.
I took some time to travel around yesterday. I think I may have gotten my bearings of the city.
If I am honest, as much as I've familiarized myself with the residential and market districts, I still sometimes need the help of one of the townsfolk to navigate the port district.
If I must be honest, I didn't even
like a
attempt to go
maze.
there.
The surgeon has warned me against going there alone. I suppose I will extend this to you. He said that there's been some tensions and troubles in there lately.
Oh,
So,
what a shame.
I would not travel. Yes.
Would that
People
not
are getting desperate, it seems.
would that not mean it's a better place for the church to go?
It would be. It just means that we must not go there alone. Having someone with you is necessary.
I see. The company of another.
But that does not mean we do not go. Yes, it does not mean we don't go there to help those in need. Good morning, Quintus.
Threatened about 3 days.
Good morning, Soma.
3 days a week of people.
Morning, Martino.
Morning.
Good morning, Christos.
Good to see you.
Here,
Welcome.
here. The last of the coppers on my tab. Story.
Oh, thank you.
Mind if I join you? Very well.
Morning. Do you
Good
two
morning.
need anything? Some water, some stew.
I will take some egg, that is alright.
Oh, water is fine by me.
Sure thing. All right.
Martino, good morning.
Good morning, Quintus. I was working at the forge.
I'm glad
Tiring. I've managed to get the hammerhead forged. I can at least start working on the tongs today. After that, I will probably
Bucket
be
over
able to
there as per
return
usual.
all of the tools that Doris has lent
Per
me.
usual. I'll grab.
That is good to hear.
Martino, I've been wanting to try and talk with you ever since a few
water.
days ago.
And an ale.
Just been busy.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Be right back with the bucket of water.
It's appreciated, Soma.
But yes, we are trying to help those in the poor district as we can. Though, currently, I'm not sure what the best way to go about it is. Suddenly sounds like there is issues of food. There may also be issues of illness, or perhaps of this drug that is going about. All things that can be assisted with, but plans are needed to be
Of
made.
course.
I see. Things of that sort are common in times of war, I assume. It was the same out in Oakenbrook.
Yes, in times of strife of any kind, these issues a crop up.
Hmm.
These are not my
Come from
first
Seems like she didn't like it
working
as much
with
today.
I do, yes.
Elaine, this
How
is
fares
the...
it? I was the blacksmith on the eastern side.
I see. I believe my father may have come to you on occasion for tool sharpening. I
I wasn't there for too long, but yes, I do remember sharpening some tools.
see. If I must be honest, it's not well. Most of the farms have
Did not
been
think it would be.
attacked and destroyed. When we left, the northern side of the city was being attacked.
Well, the eastern side has already fallen, so I'm not surprised they're pushing north. And probably try and get across
Morning.
the
Do you
west
need
as
anything?
well. As soon as they get through the west, then, well, that's Oakenbrook gone.
Just a water. Alright.
It is a nightmare. That's all I can say.
10 copper as always.
Our home will certainly be gone,
Oh, and thank you, Christos. I appreciate that.
unless the Iron Wolves do as they say.
There you are.
Thank you.
No, but a company of mercenaries is, well, really no match for an Elector Count. Hopefully they can hold until they get reinforcements.
Morning, Loretta.
I do so hope. There are many people I left behind.
And how are you doing? Seem a little bouncy.
Well, I wish the
Are you
best
ready for some
then.
food?
I
Thank
am not one of the Mithrax religion, but may the blue flame guide them as they do
Sure, we can do
you.
over our
Let me
plans.
pick up the,
Thank you.
the stuff he had.
You are not of the
She
Mithrax
left here
religion, no?
yesterday.
She didn't
No,
know.
I follow Ashihara.
Just checking.
I see. Huh. What do you say in that situation? Do you have some sort of words?
Not for that particular situation, but I can at least tell you that may her grace follow you as well.
I
It's
see.
still there.
I'll make sure she picks
Well,
up.
may the blue flame guide you and her grace
Sounds
as
good.
well.
Anything else? When did we want to plan?
Good
for
day,
our things?
Quintus. Naver.
Some kind of
Now
What is that?
Perhaps when things get a
It
little
is-
bit more.
It is farewell in Elvish. I learned
Seems like that
from the elves of this city.
I see.
start coming.
Naver.
Hmm.
Some water,
Correct.
Christos.
Of course. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just leave it there and it'll be fine.
Got it.
See you later.
I'll be
Let's just
checking in my
hope
clinic,
Ghost
yeah?
doesn't
I'll
want
very
to do
soon
a
get
visit.
with you.
I see. I will at some point be making a trip out to the village. If I am not about the
Summer,
city,
do you want
then,
a water?
I might have already moved out there.
Good. I don't really need any water. I already drank, so we're good.
Alright. You need something, sir.
The village, you said?
Oh no, it's just coming in to see how
Yes, I need to speak with Penny, the farmer there. Maya,
so.
The one who owns the farm is away for the moment, so
Well, always around
I must speak with Penny on seeing if I cannot buy some fermented
First time
vegetables.
seeing you with the eye patch.
Oh, I see.
Ah,
This is one I missed.
For
I
your
left,
brews?
She was still in the field.
figured I'd just come say hi.
She could still
what
be
was that,
around
Eric?
nearby.
well, it was very eventful yesterday.
When I was leaving, she was still in the field. She might still be nearby.
Eventful in a
Had
good
7
way.
inquisitors
Ah,
just want to
perfect.
ask me
Thank you.
some questions.
Oh. I was just
Shall we get a drink later
and
in the day, Eric?
continued on, so.
See,
Certainly.
that's the odd thing, right? He asked me for my name.
You do seem to be known by many.
But yeah, I was sitting
Alright.
outside on the bench.
The
I
inquisitors.
have been doing my works for many years. Almost 40 now.
Weird, right?
sorry, almost
You would
30.
Call everyone corpse.
Strange.
I've been to almost every city and town in Ireland.
See,
Do you-
now,
do you have
I
one
don't
you
know if
favor?
It's because they asked because, you know,
Oh,
if it
quite
was
a few.
related to, you know, the
Uh,
imperial spy that was here.
Of the villages
Because
Ledford
apparently
was a
they
nice
knew
place to visit. It was the
about
kindness of the people there.
So,
You did
Well, if
mention
they
that
asked you
yesterday.
questions, they probably wanted to know your name in case you were
The people of
lying.
Ledford were very
probably.
open people.
Hmm.
Oh, that's true.
They were welcoming of me even
Yeah,
before
listen,
they
on
knew
the
I wore the
bench
cloth.
outside, they all stopped and stared at me, so I'm like,
It's a
"Good
shame a
day,"
place like that
and
is
they're like,
gone.
we don't talk to corpses, and just kept walking.
It really is.
Hmm.
I can only hope the peoples were able to escape.
That was,
You know.
highlight.
If it's
of
anything
my
like the
day.
attacks that I saw in Oakenbrook, with the whole city fallen, I would worry for them.
A good most.
Yes.
Some just live
I
there.
worry for everyone who has been affected by this
Nice,
war.
how should I say this? The
Hmm.
diplomat.
Indeed.
The elector count that was here.
I worry for their kind as well.
He's not actually an elector count. He was just an officer.
Yes.
Diplomat.
I know Mithrax doesn't quite
I was
preach
able to
for
talk
them,
to him quite a lot.
but
He's fairly open with everyone,
Just
including
because
humans.
Mithrax is a human god does not mean we cannot extend the kindness and the teachings
Do you need
that we are
anything,
taught
Campe?
to other races.
I see.
Asked if you need some ways
So we should always extend.
disposed.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right over here.
Then I shall.
We help should not be based on.
Christos, you mind if I speak to you in private real quick?
I've never been one to
Sure.
judge.
Martino, I'm sure you'll be able to look over things. Make sure no one gets back here. Campe's safe with me. Come on.
Do you not find that they're not receptive of such a thing, though? Surely they have their own gods?
Yes, they do. And I am not going to tell them that their gods are wrong or that their gods are not their own. But that does not mean it is not right to not extend a hand of help.
I see nothing
It
wrong
is
with
through
helping.
working together, as I said.
Yes. Ah, she has left. Well, I see nothing wrong with helping. I just worry of preaching to them. Speaking of the Blue Flame,
I have noticed some of the elves are not so appreciative of the blessings I can offer. I have accepted that there have been some tumultuous pasts between the church and the elves that I have not lived through, that they might have. If they do not wish for the blessings or the preachings, I do not give them, but I will always give them the help.
a way to follow. Certainly. I will do the same then.
It is good.
Do you worry that we should head to the farm before that person you were looking for goes missing?
Yes, but Christos has asked me to watch over the tavern just now. He is a good friend.
Is your brew something that would be in a tavern?
There is one bottle here that I sold to Christos, but it isn't for, at least it shouldn't be. Oh, apologies.
What?
It shouldn't be something that he's just drinking for pleasure.
I see.
It does have a use after all.
Of course.
What I sold him was a brew for injuries and wounds, blood loss.
Huh.
I carry some on my hip. Whenever I can. Oh.
Oh.
I don't know how I could.
Did you want some water?
I will be fine.
Well, that's understandable. I would assume you make other brews, though, do you not? Or is it just the kind that, heal?
I've only had the resources in the last months to make medicinal brews. I did used to make sacramental wines, and the monastery would also make ales and meads. And once or twice we were able to make a whiskey to sell.
Huh.
It is how we, the monasteries, are able to afford ourselves and our lifestyle.
I see.
It is not cheap having to write books for the preachers.
I'm sure.
It's quite expensive.
I couldn't even begin to imagine the cost of ink, paper, binding a book.
The binding is always the most tedious part.
Good luck on your end. I'll work on mine.
I believe the cheapest book was a book of hymns that we had to write. And even that was about 10 silvers just to make.
Oh. I don't think I've
Yes, it is not...
even seen that much. At least not at once.
Yes, neither have I.
So anything interesting? Any ventures you two are going on today?
A trip out to the farm, Soma wishes to speak with me. I assume about my brew. Beyond that,
I know,
believe it will
yes,
just be a...
Soma actually told me about your brew and how he wanted some of them for himself.
Well, as the surgeon, I do not blame him.
And I'm guessing you're training this one as well today. Probably shadowing him for the day.
It's
or
what
at least
I've
part of
requested.
it.
It's what I've requested. Yes.
They wish to join as an acolyte. I believe this will be valuable to them as well.
Well, I believe so. And I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much, Christos.
A good day to you, Christos, and thank you for the air.
Of course, to you as well. May the blue flame guide you both.
And you as well.
And you.
Mithrax be with you. I will probably be back by evening for a meal if there are any left.
Sounds well. I'll probably have one or two ready.
Good. I should head to the farm now. Farewell, Christus.
Of course. Fairly well.
Do you normally travel alone like this, Martino?
Yes, I am normally on my own when I do my travels.
No guidance of a paladin?
When there are more dangerous places I travel to, of course. When I traveled to Mosley just recently, two of the brothers accompanied me for my safety.
You do not worry of the turmoil of the streets.
As a monk of Mithrax, well, as a member of the church even, we are all trained how to defend ourselves and others. I do not carry this mace on my hip for appearances. I am trained on using it.
I see.
Though between you and me, I'm always more confident with my abilities after I've had a tankard or two.
I think anyone would be more confident with a little bit in their system, you know? Just a little bit in the gullet.
Yes, not enough to make you stumble, but just enough to clear the mind.
Of course.
But yes, I normally walk the streets alone.
I see.
There are very few who would attempt to attack a member of the church.
Well, that is good to know.
And even then, I've always found using words to diffuse such situations have served me better.
What I worry of is the people of the poor quarter. Like you said. I mean, I'm sure they walk out on occasion. I've heard of thievery and
If it comes to
attacks when they come outside.
They are people.
It will be done.
Despite the actions they have taken, they are still people in need.
This is under your own conviction.
So you speak to them as such.
I do not fear.
I can't have you
Of
crossing your legs and
course.
kissing yourself on the battlefield at the
If someone approaches me and wants my coin or my life, I would rather give them the coin so that they might find themselves in a better place. Give them guidance so that they might find ways of bettering their situation.
Ready to swing my blade when I need to.
Then I shall do the same.
Who I trained with.
I would at least, before you take many ventures to the Port Quarter, at least learn how to defend yourself. I may be an optimist in this way, but I am not unreasonable to the fact that there are those that words cannot reach.
Alright then.
As I said, I do still carry the mace.
Am I correct, sir?
I will have to find some way then.
When
Quick question.
if you become an acolyte, you will be trained in the use of such a weapon.
I have not seen Miss Penny this morning,
Good.
no.
I believe.
And one will be provided. Well,
You're looking for Miss Penny?
sorry for
She is out in the field.
not acknowledging your presence, Soma.
No need to worry. Of course, business matters.
Of course.
Good to see you, Lieutenant.
What did you wish to speak of? My brew, I assume?
Aye, good to see you.
Yes. From a few nights ago, within the incident that happened in the Noble District, that brew helped a lot more than I thought it would. How much you say was a bottle again? 50 copper?
Yes, it's 50 coppers for a bottle.
I've got 2 silver lined up for 4.
That is, well, all I have at the moment. At that point, I could just let you have the barrel.
To have the barrel then? No problem.
Of course. All right. Come with me. We will head back to the church, and I will get you the barrel.
Awesome. Thank you.
Come along then.
It's you! It's you!
I am glad to hear that the brew was able to help some.
Oh, much indeed. Much indeed. I plan on using this one as much as I would with the goddamn basic healing potions.
Those are kind
I can
words,
tell you one
right?
thing right now. It was as effective as healing someone's eye, as well with some deep wounds.
It is a very holistic treatment. Now, the injuries will always be treated if the brew takes. It's just a matter if it is to be taken.
Well, even with
It's not
that, I
important.
find your brew to be really useful, my friend.
I appreciate the kind words. Something of note to you as well there. Then, I have heard that there is issues with a drug in the Port Quarter. Serenity.
That shit. That shit has been bothering much for people within the Port District a lot.
I am able to make a brew that is able to help alleviate toxins and poisons. It might be worth seeing if once I am able to make some of this cleansing brew, it can help those in the Port Quarter.
That would be extremely helpful, actually.
The downside to this recipe that I have to use for the cleansing brew is it does not create as much usable alcohol. The dosage is larger. And the
Well, I mean,
ingredients
anything
are-
is better than nothing, Martino.
I suppose that is true. I'm merely warning that It is more expensive, and you will only get about 5 cups if I make an entire barrel.
Well, like I said, anything is better than nothing.
There's 4 cups
All right,
worth
let's
in
see.
here.
Alright, this'll do. This'll do absolutely nicely. I'll have this be brought back within the poor quarter and be put into the clinic. Oh, and not to forget, just to confirm this, 2 silver.
My thanks, Soma. This will go a long ways towards making more barrels.
Oh, yes, yes,
My
it will.
thanks.
As for the barrel, what I'll probably do is see if I can talk with Krista, see if I can get some bottles for it. Wanting to try and be mobile with this if I can, instead of just
If you
having
wish, I
something
can
like this and running
also-
back and forth.
I have a spare key to Jack's brewery, and he is alright with me using some of his bottles.
Would that cost anything?
No, he's allowed this to be for the good of the people.
Let's do it then. Let's bring this over to Jack's brewery and then see what we can go from there.
Very well.
There we are.
Hey, Lane, if you could get the door.
Of course, yes. Allow me to get the one at the end of the hall as well.
Again, thank you so much. This will help save many lives, and not only that, should help you focus on making a couple more, if I'm not
For you too?
mistaken.
Great deal, Soma. And I'm glad to know that this is going to be put to good use, rather than sitting in the church waiting for use. I know you see a lot more of the injured of the city than we do.
Oh yeah, big time.
Once we get out this door, we can put it on the side and you can roll it.
Of course, of course. That's
Thank
good.
you, Eli.
Of course.
All right, let's put it on the side then.
Of course.
All right, let's get it to the brewery. Morning.
Good morning.
Brother Ivor?
Hello, Father Martin.
I would stop to chat, but currently have to escort him to the brewer.
Of course. I'll have a walk with you for a time.
I appreciate this, Ivor.
I finished my tasks for the moment. I was thinking of heading out into the surrounding area outside the walls. Check up on the farms and such.
Perfect. After this, I suspect we will also be making a trip out to the farm.
Yes.
Hopefully Penny will still be there.
Nothing like a good workout in the morning.
Yes. Were I younger, I would have appreciated such a thing. At this age of mine, seems even sleep is a exhausting task. I will get it bought for you.
Awesome. All right. All right, let's see if I can sit this sucker up. Oh. All right, let's see.
And we'll say these are the 4 bubbles.
Here we go.
So we don't have to spawn so many.
Oh, I've got 4 bottles. All right, let's see here.
I'll simply leave a note on Jack's, on this desk, so he knows that this has been done.
One more bottles, including the almost used one. This will be good. And now they're in his bags around his shoulder. All right. Carrying more weight on me now, but I don't mind that as long as I have the good stuff. Thank you so much, Martino. 2 silver well spent.
Thank you, Sama, and may Mithrax bless you and those you treat.
To you as well, and to you.
And Mithras guide your path, yes.
Let us go to the village then, see if Penny is about.
The fresh air would be nice.
Be happy. Be
happy Yes, to
I was just making sure you couldn't get in. They were blocking the way.
Ah, Soma, hello.
Sheriff is still out by this farm, do you know?
As far as I know. I did let her know that you were
Nothing
talk
much.
to her.
I think my
I'm
plan's
not sure
going
if
well
you're
at
aware,
work.
but she is
Mark has
mute.
been doing his job
She
well.
cannot
Yes, I've seen, perhaps I should bring you some parchment and ink, for her.
That would probably be a good idea.
Right, he's been demonstrating his skills quite commendably.
I'll simply grab some
Very
from
good. I'll have
Jack's
to
station.
talk with him then. Thank you so much.
Right. I was unsure if you wanted the feather as well, so she could, right?
And we should log this. Yes, so she can...
Here you go.
Perfect. Let me just look this. There we go. Let us go.
All right.
So, you want the best, huh?
Forget the practice swords then.
Real blades.
Do you often make trips out
I
here,
must say-
Martino?
Almost daily, in fact.
Really?
If I am honest, I prefer these more open spaces. I've been traveling almost as long as I've been at the monastery. I acted as a friar for a time before I became an abbot.
I see. I can't help but to agree. Somewhere like this is much preferred than the walls to the city. I still can't get over that sinking feeling of them closing in.
Ah, that's similar accents. I was checking.
I am more
Ryan around. That's what I'm wondering.
more worried with the possibility of people in need not being able to reach us at the church. So I make these trips in case anyone out here is ever in need.
I see. It is a good way to know the people.
That. Yes, and while I am out here, I also make a point to gather herbs that would be needed for the brews I make.
How particular are said herbs? Are you able to use a number of things?
There are 4 brews that require various types of herbs, but the herbs are particular. For the Bloodlost brew, for example, it is 3 parts hairgrass, 2 parts water petal, 1 part Idrisol,
I see.
6 parts alcohol. Thank you, Eric. My thanks. Excuse me, are you Miss Penny? We brought a ink quill and paper if you need to write. I was told of your condition. I wish to buy some fermentable grains. Try not to step on the produce. I would need... Well, I was originally only going to buy 6 units, but with the recent good event, would I be able to buy 12? How much would that run?
Draws the number 8.
8 coppers per unit, are you saying? Or...
Yeah.
Alright, so 8 by 12 would be... That would be silver and 6, I believe.
Eight units that she can sell at 10 copper pieces a unit.
Well, I suppose I'll buy 6 and leave 2 if anyone else is in need of food. I know the tavern is always looking.
She circles the 60.
Of course. Here you are.
I can hold the paper if you like, Martino.
Hold.
Of course.
My thanks. All right. I didn't think they would just break out into a full sprint.
Apparently. She's lively. Apparently she's lively.
My thanks. Edvard, do you think you could carry some of these as well?
Of course.
My thanks, Miss Penny. This will go to helping the people. Yes, 2 more bags of grain. Do you want the paper and quill again? I'm not sure I'm catching.
Of course. There you are.
Effectively, with what they're producing, she would be able to provide you with 4 more bags tomorrow. However, she would need time.
That would work out for the recipe if I bought the 2 now and then came back for 4 tomorrow, but don't know if it is good to deprive the source of grain for the tavern. What do you think?
It is... It is best to think of the people, is it not? Over ourselves?
Yes, that is true. With the recent issues of hunger, maybe best if I come back tomorrow for some more, but if the tavern wants those bags of grain, we will leave them for them.
Pay tomorrow, thank you. We'll keep
Of
on
course.
hold.
Of course. I appreciate this, Penny.
Thank you.
May Mithrax guide you and may he bless your harvests. A good day to you.
Do you believe that to be the right answer, Martino?
I think this is the best outcome. I have what I need, and if there are those who also are in need, such as the tavern, for food, there are the 2 bags there waiting for them.
Yes.
And if today is a fortunate day, where there is no great demand, tomorrow I will also have enough to make more of the brew.
Very true.
Hold on, I need to adjust my wallet.
Oh, of course.
There we go. I almost forgot to make sure to find a place for Soma's cotton.
Yes. Would be a shame if you dropped it.
Yes.
The front gate is as lively as ever.
So it seems.
Come in.
Pardon us?
Vice President.
Martino?
This one. It's okay.
Okay. Would you like a flower?
You keep it.
Okay, we continue on?
Thank you.
No worries at
I'll be
all.
right back.
Yes. The sooner we get this back to the church, the sooner I can prepare the next barrel.
Should I not be paying them, Martino?
You are with the church.
I see.
And you are on business with the church. Shadowing me would... The point of the exemption is to ensure that there is no barrier to us helping those in need.
I see. Is it like this in most places? You just have freedom to go wherever?
Most towns, yes. We are exempt from most taxes.
I see. Huh.
It is under the good faith that all of our dealings are to help the people.
It is a noble cause.
It is one I wish more were willing to take up.
Hmm.
But if everyone was working with the church, I suppose eventually there would be none to till the fields or defend walls.
True. This is true. Huh. Thank you. No, our paladin. Did we lose him?
No, but...
Oh, there he is. Ah.
Here they are.
You know, I do believe I'm just going to leave this here. Because there's many a door on our way.
If you'd like, I could even show you how I go about making these brews.
That would be wonderful. If I could help in any way.
Extra hands is always appreciated. If you could hand me the... On that shelf, there is going to be a bottle with small petals in it.
Small petals. Is it this one?
Yes, that one. Ivor, if you could help me with this bag of grains.
Close.
My thanks. I filled it with enough water for the moment.
Here we are.
Helps.
Of course.
The large brewer's spoon, if you would, Ivor.
Yes.
My thanks. Now, this may seem like an odd request, but there should be a small jar with moss in it.
Moss. A small one.
Yes.
Here maybe.
Yes, it's kept in a dark, opaque glass.
This one?
Yes, that one. Add a single piece of that in, if you would.
Alright, just one. Here, let me put the cork here. Alright.
And something on their herragrass. It looks like a mix of wheat and tall grass.
Is it inside of this one?
Should be.
Is this it?
Yes.
Alright.
I need 3 of those stalks.
Alright, 3. There you are.
My thanks. Luckily, this is the hardest part of making it over. I just have to make sure this is all well mixed. So that as it ferments, the herbs are resting at the bottom of the grain.
How long does it take to ferment?
For this, it will be 2 days.
Well, it is a good thing that your crew went to the, surgeon? You said he was, yes?
Yes, Soma.
And so sure those in need are getting it, while the others, well, being made.
Yes. If we are lucky, this will be done in time for if any on the return of the caravan are injured. I'm not sure how much longer it is before they return.
A caravan?
Yes, apparently a caravan has been sent out recently to gather a supply train from Gradia.
Ah, to assist Adwick.
Yes, from what I hear, it was put together by the auditor, but I've also heard it was paid for by most of the craftsmen here.
Ah.
Yes.
Pause. You'll need to know this later, so I'm going to tell you now. Martino, in the time that you have spent in Mossley and in the deep swamps of the east helping people there, the entire order and the people you work with, including yourself, are very well aware of something called drowned men. Drowned men are creatures that lurk in the waters and the swamps. What you understand about them is as long as the water is not disturbed, they are usually docile. You do not know where they have come from. More and more of them have shown up in the last year. However, it is a myth and it is believed that drowned ones are people who have drowned or died within dark places of water and they were never recovered. They stay there as an aggravated corpse that feed on anything that enters that water.
All right.
Continue.
Thank you. But yes, what were you saying? Sorry.
No, it's
You
fine.
distracted thought.
You're
I
fine.
believe we were speaking of the caravan.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
And an auditor?
To my knowledge, it was... Yes, the auditor Dorst here. He's been causing a small amount of issues with the craftsmen, deadlines, high expectations on almost impossible tasks. These somewhat standard amongst auditors, as I've come to know, but he's made a few blunders that have soured his opinion to me.
I see. And yet the craftsman paid to his cause, you said? For this caravan?
Yes, apparently, I don't know much, but it is apparently something to help the people of Adwick. I don't know if it was his idea, but it is certainly something that has been put out at his request.
I see. But they all banded together to do so.
Yes, it is why... have you noticed that the shops seem a bit empty? Most of the crafters are away on the caravan, from what I've gathered.
I see.
Including Maya, the farmer.
The one you mentioned before. I see.
Yes, seems a good number of people have gone to protect this caravan. Including a recent acolyte. I believe it was only 3 days Kolskegger was an acolyte before he joined the caravan.
Ah. That is brave of him, then. I'm unsure if I could do the same. I would worry.
I am confident Kolskegger will come back alive. If he is injured, I am not so sure. He has not finished his training with the mace, from what I hear.
Would it...
Acolyte Kolskegger shows props.
Yes, that much is true.
Who would it be who trains him?
It is, well... So far the ones we've been training him are Brother Renault, the paladin who first impressed upon him the beliefs of Mithrax, Helena, the prelate, and I suppose I could do some training of him as well, if necessary.
Should I seek training as well? You said I should learn to defend myself.
Yes, as you become an acolyte, it will be a requirement for you to partake in some training of this kind.
I see. I will happily
Everyone
do
in
so.
the Church of Mithrax is good to hear. Everyone in the Church of Mithrax is taught not only how to defend themselves, but others.
Comes with the assistance that we provide. It makes sense.
It is good you understand. But yes, as for this brew, the hard work is done. It is now just left to sit and ferment.
Good. Well,
Shall
And in
we
2 days
be
it will
returning
be.
out to the city?
I believe so. I want to speak with, see if I can't find Marcus. He is, well, I'm not sure what his main profession is, but he is currently working as both assistant surgeon and woodworker.
oh,
He is most prominently known for his sales of soap as well.
so.
He is a chandler.
I see.
He is a man of many talents.
That much is true. I believe he's told me he's done work as both. What was it? He said he was working as both a surgeon, a woodworker, that he would be able to assist those gathering herbs. It seems there is no end to his talents.
Impressive.
What is the old saying? Jack of many trades.
Of course.
Like I said, incredibly impressive.
Well, if you both would not mind, I would accompany you if there were time. I must go about my rounds in the city anyways, and given our recent guests, I want to keep an eye on things.
Of course. That much is understandable. I don't see an issue with accompanying you for your rounds as well. Do you, Elaine?
No, I would enjoy it actually, to see Adwick in full.
Of course.
Of course.
Do your travels through the city often take either of you to the Noble District?
It is actually a place I'm not certain if we are allowed to travel.
I rarely travel up to the Noble District. There is some... I do not want to say animosity, but... the nobles do not appreciate as much as walking around that area.
I see.
They are also as well normally the last people who need our assistance.
This is true. Do they not look for sermons or anything of that nature?
I don't believe I've seen many a noble come down for sermons to take part of service. I believe one or two have made an appearance, but not regulars. There are, of course, some that are more admissible to us than others. I've come to find that Lord Cornwall is quite agreeable to the church.
Lord Cornwall. Not a name I'm familiar with.
He's the one who organizes the Iron Wolves.
I see. So it is due to him that my home even stands.
It is a good deed he is doing. At a great cost to himself, no less.
the armed wolves, you mean?
Even to Cornwall. Of course, the sacrifice is not bodily to him, but he has mentioned that he gains no profit from his actions throughout this war. Which makes it all the more surprising that a noble would do such actions. A pleasant surprise.
Certainly.
Maybe he is amenable to the tenets of Mithrax.
Yes. It is good to see that the ideals, even if he is not frequenting the church, at least it still followed in some degree.
I believe I'll leave these behind, Martino. We are not in need of them anymore, are we?
I must return the quill to Jackson.
Of course.
Business, though.
Here.
Oh,
Good day.
quick, little tiny. Ooh, the one that just ran right through your walls. He's looking for you about something in the lake.
Of course. I've
He
ordered.
just ran, and he's probably checking inside for you.
Here is the spare key to Jack's brewery. Could you put this back and lock up? I trust you with this.
Of course, Father. I will take care of this and be back shortly.
My thanks.
I shall accompany you then, Martino.
If you wish, yes. Not sure what could be going out about to the lake.
All he said was it was dangerous, and Baylor was apparently there, and he smells horrible.
It smells horrible.
Nice.
Surely the flowers at the lake. I never.
I see no one here.
He ran in here. I'm wondering if he's so small he just somehow got away.
Do you think he went back here?
The doors are locked. He should not have been able to.
Oh, I hope not then.
Hopefully he is not. But if this is a dire situation,
I suppose not. Surely he wouldn't have gone in one of the rooms.
I hope not.
No, we did not see him. Unless he is in the...
I'm hoping he didn't move really fast to get away.
Yes. Who is it?
Little short. I think a boy.
I...
A green cloak on with white, wearing a bag.
Him?
That one.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yes, I've been told you have been looking for me.
Yes, it's a man named Martino. Yes.
Yes, Martino.
Creatures
What can I help you
in
with?
lake. Same from Moss Place.
Most
This
place.
danger.
What are these creatures like?
In water. Claw. Smell bad, nasty.
Is anyone still by the lake as we speak?
One injured but is safe now. Silva sent warn people so others not get injured.
I cannot ask you to follow me this. I assume you're asking for my help with dealing with these things, yes?
Silva does not know things. Silva told one person that know these things, know how to keep people safe.
It sounds like you're describing a monstrous thing from mostly drowned men. They are... There is a myth that they are coming from corpses that drown in the water and they remain there, aggravated corpses. It is best if people don't go to the water, but they are dangerous, very much so.
That's why Silva was sent. Warn, let people know Lake not safe. Was one got injured bad by things is safe now. But others may suffer the same, is why Silva sent Warn.
How good you found him.
It seems we might have drowned men in the lake. The creature,
Drowned
not
men.
bodies. They look like corpses. They stay in the water until people get near or in the water, and then they attack viciously. Currently, people shouldn't be going to the lake until this is dealt with, but...
So,
Silva
these
came to
creatures, what are these things, Pertel?
Well,
They live in the water. They live in the water.
yes, there is myths that they are the corpses of men and people who drown in dark waters, but the waters in the lake shouldn't be dark enough for that to hold true.
No, the lake is quite clear. It's a pristine example.
Yes,
I'd
they
seen
much is true.
fish with talon marks.
Yes, when I was in Mosley, they were almost everywhere. Every body of water was something to keep an eye on.
Silva came to warn man, cause told man would know. Sound similar to Beast from Moss Place.
But this is
Silva
that is strange
warned,
news.
Silva warned you at gate so others stay safe. Man knows more than Silva, can help deal with things Silva cannot. That's why Silva must
Understandable.
fight.
I'm glad I was able to help you two find each other. I'll see you all later.
Yes, thank you.
Can you?
Mithrax guide you, and I believe it goes without saying, avoid the lake.
Silva must go check on other that was wounded, but can leave to man. He knows more.
Thank you, Silva.
Thank you, may Mithrax guide you.
So, how many? You said there are 2 bodies. Yes.
I don't know how
Is it
many,
a-
I've not been out there. I would have to go out to the lake to see for myself, but I would not do so alone or with you. I
If the
could
danger-
bring you with me.
I could keep my distance.
If you kept a far distance, perhaps. I wouldn't want you getting close to the water, at least.
I will not go near it.
If the danger is that present, I would definitely not go there unless you came with protection of one of your paladins, at the very least.
Yes.
I do not know
We
how
must-
much we can offer on our hand, but we will warn that there's potentially a danger with the lake
Yes.
as far as...
If you could also, I know it is much to ask. Would it be possible for any of the guards to spread a warning to the refugees as well? I imagine quite many go to the lake for water.
Yes, we'll try to disseminate some of the information that is danger, so the lake should be approached with caution, if that is the case.
Yes. If people are insistent on going, they should not go in groups of less than 3.
And you said these creatures originate from Mosley, of all things.
That is where I've seen them the most. I can't imagine why they're all beginning to come here now. They work getting ever present mostly over the years.
I admit I've never seen such a creature. Nay, can't even imagine what they would look like.
They are disgusting things, really. At least the ones I saw almost looked like bloated, rotten things. But perhaps that was the swamps of Mosley taking a toll. I'm not sure.
Well, whatever they are dangerous regardless.
Would the guard be able to assist?
Yes.
I cannot officially say as far as what we can do on our position. It would have to be something that would have to be put through either the captain or Commander Osgood that would be able to take any action.
I see. Then it is to the church.
Yes, so it seems. But perhaps there are those around the town who are also capable fighters. We'd good at least to have them as bodyguards while we are out there. I do wish to investigate the lake and see just how many there are.
Well, I suppose if it helps, if you could come forward with a statement with whatever you find is your findings, would be much appreciated.
Right now we need to get information on how many of these things there are and where they are before we do anything. Now is not the time to rush blindly into danger.
Maybe if you could get one as proof, that might leverage some things. But
It's not a safe thing, but I suppose if it is possible. Eivor, do you mind accompanying me on this?
Of course, Father.
My thanks.
Yes, but mind you, do not do anything that jeopardize your lives.
Of course.
Only.
Of course. We are getting information first and foremost.
Very well. May the light in the clerk's guide you, Martino.
May he guide you as well.
Have you been informed of the
Silva's already found Martino. Yes. Yes. Soma has requested at least 2 or 3 of us to go with them to assist Baylor and himself. For safety at least.
Baylor? Where is Baylor at this moment?
Baylor's out looking for a sole survivor of the most recent attacks that have come from the lake, creatures even.
He's going to the lake now?
We've already been at the lake, that's the thing. We found 2 dead bodies of most recency. We're trying to find a sole survivor, which is quite possible.
And none of them entities themselves?
The man who came only mentioned there was one.
With me, ma'am.
Said that he had scratches, marks.
If I'm allowed to go.
Yes. Yes. We're on our way to the lake to get information on to see how many there are, if it can even be seen. We need to get information.
I asked the corporal to inform him.
Then must we leave now?
Let's bring
Yes,
him to
it's
the
best if
captain.
we hurry.
Hey. Let's go, double time.
Ma'am. Wait, Martino, are you saying that you're going to go to the lake yourself?
Not alone. I am bringing a paladin with me, and we are not getting that close to the water. I have dealt with drowned men before. I have seen these things before. They are quite common in Mosley now. The fact that they are an Adwick is concerning. It's become more common over the years.
So you've known these creatures?
I don't know where they come from, that is the thing. There is only a myth that they come from bodies that drown in dark waters, but Adwick does not such dark waters in its lake, I would imagine.
Can you describe to me what these creatures look like? The only thing that I know about them is having talons.
If memory serves, they're looking almost rotted, but that could have in the swamp doing things to their bodies. They stay in the waters almost entirely. If anything, you should be safe if you avoid the water.
No, we know that now. I'm just wanting a description of those damn creatures. If they're rotten of some sort, then at least I have some sort of description other than just talons. Rotten. Baylor needs to know this. With him currently looking for a sole survivor out there, which I believe, if I may know who I think it is. I won't mention the name, but one thing is for sure, we need to find her. Shit. Just be careful out there, Martino. I'll try and see if I can get a few guardsmen with me to see if we can regroup back with Baylor and see if we can find that sole survivor.
I just want to say this, if you are going to the lake, I am capable of walking across the bottom of it with ease.
Are you offering help? I would appreciate it, but I wouldn't suggest going under the water. These things are dangerous.
Are they strong?
They are fast. And they are strong enough to pull men to a drowning death.
Well, yes, but I can't exactly drown. And anybody with a sword or anything sharp can't exactly do things to me.
Then I suppose your assistance would be extremely helpful. Are you sure about this, Mr. Fang?
If I can help, it's something I can do. As long as these things aren't stronger than a normal human, I should be fine. Just as long as I'm not overrun. But that's only if we actually tag them on.
Yes, right now I wish to avoid fighting them. I don't know how many there are, I don't know where they are in the lake. Right now I just want to see if it can be seen how many are there.
Martino, Jack says it's too dangerous for you out there. He says he's dealt with these things, whatever they are, before.
And as have I. The Eastern Monastery is just at the edge of the swamplands of Mosley. These things have gotten very common over the
Me and the
course of the years.
Me and the tribal will accompany you, but only in the capacity if things become worse. It is recommended we.
Out there. Baylor is out there alone.
Yes, and we need to get to Baylor, so...
That's the luck, yeah, man.
Well, I might have to
Thank you.
Father, if I may, do you know of the best way to combat these things? I've only heard the myths myself.
I've been fortunate to not come into contact with them often, but the clubs and maces seem to work just fine. I'm not sure if there's a better way.
If it's like anything else, take its head off and surely it'll die, right?
Truly.
I have dealt with a couple of creatures that are brought about by the corpses of people left behind. Usually disabling the head works very well. If not that, make them immobile.
If it comes to that, I will keep it in mind.
Yes. First and foremost, we get to Baylor, ensure that he is safe.
Who is this Baylor, anyway?
Baylor is
He's a local butcher.
Yes.
Butcher? Why would the butcher want involvement in this?
I cannot
He may be looking for someone.
Huh. I see.
You would be surprised how many people here actually stick their nose into things that usually are outside of their station.
At this point, we should not be moving without our weapons.
I shall keep to the back.
Yes, avoid the water of the lake.
I shall.
The first
Even then, try to keep yourself behind or in between the people who are armed.
Of course.
Yes.
I shall keep my eyes out.
The first sign of... Yes, the first sign of these drowned men. If they attack, I want you to run back to the city.
I shall notify the guard immediately.
Thank you. And where is Baylor?
Keep a reasonable distance from the water.
Of course.
Yes, I would not get closer than the road. Yes. Where is he? Do not tell me he was foolish enough to enter the water.
You begin to inspect the lake, and the ripples of the water seem consistent, normal, with the patterns of the wind. Yet nothing seems to be disturbing the water.
Do we see any signs that Baylor has been here? I believe I found the... Oh dear. I believe the corpses that were being spoken of are there.
All of them.
Yes.
To answer your
Stay back,
question,
Eli.
this is a heavily traveled road. You can't tell if there's one tracker or not.
By the water. I see.
If there are drowned men, they might be near these corpses.
Are they
Does it
smart
look like
enough to
Baylor?
use bait?
These were the bodies of which we last saw them in.
There's
Have
no
you seen
sign.
anything that matches the description?
No sign of this butcher.
Not yet. The
No,
water
he is back at the castle.
The captain made it sound like he was still out here. Alright.
He was returning from the swamp.
I would not get close to these water, son.
Father Martino! You should not have left without letting us know where you were going. Especially somewhere
I
so
apologize.
dangerous.
I apologize. I was worried when I was told that the butcher was coming out this way alone. Seems he is returned, but there are two who are not so lucky. Seems
What is it that you believe
as
this
drowned
was?
men.
Truly.
Seems it was the drowned men. Yes. From what the description I was given.
Stay away from the lake. Everyone goes to the lake. Sorry.
And what is it that the drowned men would be doing this far out here?
I can't imagine. Other than trying to find a new place to... a new hunting ground, perhaps? I don't know if they are creature or not. I know they meet, but...
I don't know why I didn't think of going here.
If anything that we have dealt with in the past, Abbot, tells us anything, it's that these drowned men, or whatever it is that they are, have always been wherever they come from, if the tales are to be believed. I'm sure you've heard the same.
Yes, but
People left to drown in the darkest places of water, their bodies never recovered.
I just hoped that Adwick did not have such dark waters in its lake.
Well, perhaps in the stories it is metaphorical. Darkness is wherever evil lurks,
Yes,
even in the
perhaps.
hearts of men.
True. That much is true.
Has evil come to rest in our lake?
Believe it might have. Those bodies are quite similar to the kind you would find with a drowned man's attack.
That is
At the edge of the
correct.
water, and I would not
What
get
do you
closer,
suggest?
miss. I was hoping perhaps we could see some sign of them in daylight, but I don't believe we will be so lucky. Mr. Tang has offered to see if he can see any of them if he walks under the water, though we would not be able to assist him in such endeavor.
Well, I do not know what this man has in terms of resistances, but if something should happen, we would not be able to aid as much. Or at all.
Yes.
I would have to advise against it.
Yes, that much is true.
If it helps, from the description that I heard about how they attack, I'm not exactly susceptible to anything they can do outside of sheer numbers.
We do not know how many there are.
That is the danger right now.
At the very...
Can you agitate
At the
them
very
by
least, I
throwing
can
a
offer
stone
to.
or rock into the water?
A rock.
Probably not. If
At the
anything
very
that the
least, I
abbot
can
has
offer to
done,
retrieve those bodies.
we will have them retrieved and inspected at the church.
Yes. I believe right now that might be our best option. Don't see a way we
Acolyte?
could determine how many.
Retrieve the corpses.
Perhaps. But Tang, if you could help them as well.
And do not let your feet touch the water.
Perhaps.
I think I know what these are, Martina. I've fought them before. But
I know what they are as well. Drowned men, I know.
Poor soul.
Drowned men.
Maybe sex guys this one.
Far into the
Can it be owned?
Very, very risky. Makes you wonder, how did they drown?
You want to grab the
Especially
legs?
in this lake.
Quite.
Probably from the
This
river.
it's
Floated down. Who knows?
Bring them to the back room of the church. The priests will look at them.
it is deep enough. It could carry bodies. That's true.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Montino,
Let us go to the sun.
Yes,
you said if we would have a chance to see them in daylight.
I was
Is there
hoping.
some sort of...
Quickly, let us
I was hoping that we would be able to at least see if there are any
Excuse-
near the shore in the light of day. No such luck.
We will inform the priests, Abbot, and have them start looking over the bodies for any signs of... Well, you understand.
Yes.
I have an old wound
Brother.
from these creatures
My
as well,
thanks.
if you wish to study it.
With me.
My brother.
It might be good if you have a priest look at that wound, see if it is the same on the bodies.
I suggest we go with them. It's best not to linger.
No,
Yes.
not.
Let us
especially if we stay
leave the shores of this water.
Of course.
Glad we were told not to. Guess the lake isn't safe anymore.
Mayhaps you could.
For the time being, this lake is not safe.
Just sleeping in An's house tonight. I guess.
Yes, drowned
What
men.
I've heard.
What are they?
I would. First, if we could take a few steps away from the water. Drowned men, the myths say, are the bodies of people who have drowned in the dark waters, never for their bodies to be found. They remain in the water as aggravated corpses that will kill and attack anything that disturbs them.
That's why the taverns smelled like death. But why are they here?
Taverns?
I don't understand.
If they are here,
They're
then
currently
Or-
sorry.
If they are here, then it means that there have been many deaths in the water, perhaps. Or many bodies have made it into the water.
Doesn't make any
If
sense.
that-
I mean,
It is either
there
that
have
or...
been no instances, unless there specifically were people killed and dumped into the lake. There is
I
nothing
can't
that's been.
imagine much else.
Bishop, you know that in
And I
recent
can't
in
imagine the
past
giant
month or
spiders
so,
would
there've been a surprising
be
number of
leaving
rumors of people
bodies
being
about
attacked out here.
that could get washed
There's one
into the
instance
lake.
of a bear apparently
Person who
mauling
dies
some
in
people.
Adwick has a grave.
Oh, don't tell me people have
It's
been
highly
dumping
possible that
bodies in
some
the
of the people
river.
that have
I had heard on my way.
possible that some of the people that have been injured have
Been
been
staying in this lake for the
dumped
past
here.
6 months, and there has been nothing like this before.
I had heard on my way in.
The place they are. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, on my way into the city, I had heard of people being attacked on the way in. When they were traveling.
By what?
I'm unsure. Bandits,
There's
maybe.
a great many things.
But if it were the
Mostly.
case, if they were thrown in, maybe, and they were not dead yet.
Perhaps. In mostly,
They're
it seemed
currently
every year.
Sorry. I keep interrupting.
You know,
Uh,
you know where they are residing?
Yes, I went there. There's a cave underneath the water. Human non-landers can't access it, but it's this cave underneath the island. It's where they are currently residing. I went inside of it and they ambushed me. They only were drawn out because I swam out. I think they're currently staying
would
there.
be
I don't think they would likely come out otherwise. Which is strange because I've been in that cave before. They have not been there before. This is a new thing.
There were more drowned men in Mosley as well, more than there were before. My most recent travel there.
How many did you say there were in the cave that you're aware of?
At least half a dozen. I managed to stab some of them, but they ambushed me.
If I might ask, what is your name, Miss?
Raylan Sabersat.
Raylan. I can't say I've met one of your kind, but your information is most appreciated. I'm sorry to hear that you were attacked by these things. But if I could ask, could you help with, I believe I'm going to have to write a report on my findings. If
I intend
you're...
to help.
If you
I wasn't expecting your lot to help, actually. It's a good thing to see.
The Church of Mithrax will always help when there are people in need.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
This is... all the things...
They drag people and around them. So that pretty much takes landers out of the equation. I don't know if there's more than half a dozen. If so, it might be dangerous for both just Tang and I.
And if more people
We
keep
would be
coming,
completely unable to assist you.
if more keep traveling to
must be.
Adwick, refugees, they're in danger coming by these roads.
Yes, we need to get
They
rid of
are.
them as soon as possible.
And if they are drowned themselves, they run the risk
Of becoming
Have more.
like them.
What do you know about these drowned men besides usually the rumors about how they come about and
Apparently, they
What
have
they usually
claws
attack like.
and talons and
Yes.
teeth. They mainly attack with those. So using long-range weapons
Yes,
like
they are.
spears or other things would be better.
They're incredibly fast and At least in the water, they're strong enough to pull a man down and drown him on their own, and they normally don't attack unless the waters are disturbed. They don't leave their waters. I know, but they don't leave the water they reside in normally.
How the fuck do they get here?
That is... If the myths are as true as we've come, or at least as true as I've come to see them to be, that would mean there must be bodies in the water.
There were no
That
bodies
have
in the
turned
water
into
last
these
time I
stuff.
came here, so that means someone dumped them. But at least half a dozen bodies, that's not a small amount of people that were killed. You said there were people going missing, travelers on the roads, You said
Missing.
possibly Blitz?
It could be the case, yes. I'm unsure. I was warned on my way in.
This may be a stretch, but yesterday I heard the Inquisitors were by the lake for a little while. You wouldn't happen
You
to
think
know what
this
they
is
were
their doing?
Still, like 12 people are missing, even by an Inquisitor. Or 7 is... Yeah.
half a dozen.
And didn't you say it takes a while for them to turn into those things being underwater?
I'm not sure how long it takes. It's normally... all I know is every year at Mosley. In my travels there were more than last year. Almost always.
Well, they don't look anything like humans. They're very deformed. They're very bloated, filled with
Yes.
water. So you'd expect them to be there for
Yes.
a while. No, not just an overnight thing.
Of course. It's not something quick with how rotten they look.
So what are they doing here? I've been to the cave. I mean, I don't go there every day, but I was just there last week.
I can't imagine they have some grand plan. I assume they are simply here because this is the waters they have chosen to reside in. Or if they have not been able to choose, then these are the waters they were drowned in.
Or placed in.
Doesn't make any sense.
Once again, we can't do anything at the moment, so I guess we're on a sit in our fucking hands for a while until something pans out.
There is no safe way to go about this.
That everyone's plan is just to gather more information about it.
They are killing
Yes,
people
right.
on the fucking land. Obviously, they can be baited out.
The only way to bait them out then would be to put yourself in immediate danger by walking into the water.
We use
We're going to
fresh
have to put
blood from
ourselves
the
in a
butchery
medium
or
thing.
something like that.
Which I think
I
is
don't
a
even
good
know if
idea.
that would work. We can try it.
We can try it.
Perhaps, but then we would
Doesn't hurt.
But then we would not. Then we'd be set upon an unknown number of these creatures, and we have no way of knowing how many there are in totality.
It also doesn't necessarily mean we would kill all of them either.
Yes, there could always
What
be
they
more.
do if they actually got attacks in.
Yes. If they're killed, if they kill someone, yes.
Tear open flesh with their claws and teeth.
Well, we can't go down there to fight them because only like one of us can swim, the other one can sink. And we can't bait them onto our land either because, well, fuck. So we're kind of stuck here.
We would need a
Maybe we
large.
just-
We would need a large force prepared, and we would all have to be doing this with the understanding that it would more than likely have a risk of each and every one of us dying if there are more than we'd expect.
If only there was
to
like
take
12
care of them
people
somehow.
here that could fight them and not have just walked away holding bodies.
I say, we try to lure them out. That way we can at least get some of them out of there, and some of them able to be killed, potentially. And then
At
that
the very
leaves
least,
less
we
for
retreat
those of us who
inwards
can
into
deal
land.
with them. Yes,
They
exactly.
won't follow us.
They didn't follow me after I left the lake.
Yes. don't go on land.
What I could do
Very
is I
far
could
at
go
least.
into the cave, try to lure as many out as I can with whatever blood that we get, and then try to bring them back to the shore with this
I was
blood
just
or
thinking
whatnot.
sprinkle it in the shallows a little bit, and then put like a pile of it
If
like
we want
closer.
to get as many as possible out, I'd probably better to
We
go
don't
straight
though.
to their
We
cave.
get
Yes,
too many
if we
of
get
them, then we don't want to get as many as possible.
that is the danger.
We don't
We
know
don't know how
is it?
many of them there are. There could be half a dozen. There could be 2 dozen.
No, I know.
There could be 50, there could be 1,000, there could be like all of fucking Godfrey's men could be down there, hiding, waiting, as
It's
Brown is ready to
better
kill Adwig.
to get as many out as possible. That way, I don't know. It's easier
I
for.
wouldn't say it's a bad plan. But if that
It's
does
not a
happen,
bad plan.
having great force in preparation to take care of it, no matter
Yes,
what
that's what I'm
numbers there.
saying. They have the church, right? We can have a lot of people on the shore. Yes.
There is currently the issue is the paladins are being sent across Ireland to help people. We only have so
We
many.
had like 3 people
Others.
here. We had like 3 fucking paladins. We had like 4 or 5 towns guards. We had Baylor, myself, Tang, Raylan.
And I do not
We
have
had
the. This would have to go through the prelate if to have a.
Then have it
A
go
group
to
of
the prelate.
paladins.
Right now, we have a lake full of drowners who will only create more
I
drowners. If we
understand.
continue to let this happen, we need a plan. This is the only plan I can think of.
Yes. Yes. I'll run this.
We
by
can
the
get as many
prelate.
people involved as we can. That would be a good idea, hmm?
Yes. I'll run this by the prelate. If she agrees to this, then we will have paladins to help us.
Even better.
I'm not sure how many of the guards we could get to agree. You would have to speak to the captain, or one of you at least.
We can try.
Helping with the report might make it more likely that Helena will have tasked some paladins with assisting in this endeavor.
Help with it however you need.
My thanks.
We should do
For the
it.
time being, yes.
You can also
For the
see
time
if
being,
the other acolytes have figured out something about the injuries from these drowned men.
yes. In the meantime, we should ensure that people don't go to the lake. I've asked the guards to tell the refugees that the lake is not
the
safe.
township about it. At least most of the people that walk by the front gate, and they're also spreading it out through the streets.
Good.
The situation is handled, but you can't exactly control people who are too dumb to listen to a warning.
No.
Yes.
That's why when I walked up here by the lake and saw everyone around it, I don't know. It's
You were very, very not surprised.
Yes. We were simply here to gather information.
Kind of.
And I believe he walked. Yes.
What do you think? He just walked into the lake?
I don't know.
Either way, I believe collecting that report, or at least filling it out so that you'd be able to get on the prelate's good side, would be a good idea.
Oh, I know Helena very well.
Doing that may assist, as well as getting your perspective on things, being as you saw where they may be nested.
If you
As
could
well as collecting
accompany
what
that.
other information the paladins have done, and the acolytes would assist in whatever large force that we intend to put down here. And I would also suggest not being next to the lake discussing all this, in case they decide to widen their hunting ground.
Yes. Miss Raylan, if I could ask you to accompany me to the church, I would like to fill this report out as swiftly as possible. Unfortunately, Helena is bedridden for the day. So,
And we will have to do what we can.
yes. Of all the days for...
With this force you're putting together, I do volunteer my services as a
You're
I appreciate
the
it
only
greatly.
other person who cannot be drowned, so we're going to need
I
you.
also cannot be slashed.
Despite
I
the risk
also-
of drowning, you have my support, Abbott.
My thanks, Ivar.
Martino,
And thank you both of you for your assistance. Yes, Elaine?
maybe one of us should warn the farm of the situation.
Yes, that is a good idea.
I can do so in return to
Can
the
I
church.
leave that in your hands?
Of course.
Yes.
I will meet you back there then.
My thanks, Elaine.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
May Mithrax guide you.
And you.
Martino, shall I accompany you, or shall I accompany Helena?
Accompany Elaine. I believe I will be able to fend for myself.
Understood.
I appreciate your
We'll be
escort.
along shortly.
Hmm.
Given the nature of this, I believe it is best that we stick in larger numbers.
It does make sense, though. Though with the water being the danger, I only worry that the people closer by may make the mistake of, well, you know, traversing close.
Indeed. Though I will admit it does make me somewhat nervous of the streams and moats and such. I do not know exactly how these things operate, though.
If it is as Martino
They
says,
can expand their influence.
if it is as Martino says and they only travel in dark waters, maybe these would be safe. The moats and the smaller rivers.
I would hope so.
If they are the size of a man, I doubt some of these places would even be traversable. I would assume they swim.
I would assume so as well. I have precious little experience with the things.
I'm just a
Stories,
I'm
really.
just a farm girl. I can tell you I have none of the same. Never even heard rumor. Honestly, my head suggestion.
Given the difficulty-
Go.
But given the difficulty of the situation and nature of it, you're handling it well.
As much as I've seen in the last few days, I believe keeping a cool head would be the best reaction for most of this. Huh. It seems as if most of the farm is empty. I wonder if the majority of them went on that caravan that Martino spoke of.
I wonder where that Penny, I believe?
Hmm. The
lady
young-
that we spoke to before. I wonder where she is.
Unsure. Certainly, she may have made her way into town, and if that's the case, then surely others know by now. And she'll return word to here? I suppose we can follow the father?
Houses at the very least. Yes. One moment.
No response. That would be a good idea, I suppose. No one in that one.
Nothing, no.
No such luck.
I've seen everybody is out and about today.
No one here either. Last two?
We check these last two and head back.
Hmm. It's a shame.
Well, I suppose. Yes, indeed. Hopefully they are all about in town and they would have heard by now.
Can only hope. Surely you don't think those three were farmers? The bodies that they found?
I would hope not. They would meet such an untimely end.
Well, we should at least let Martino know. I am curious.
Careful around the water.
Well, none of them are that deep. Surely it means they're safe?
I would hope so. But it would probably be best not to tempt fate.
I suppose so. You're right. Stepping foot into danger when I can't even defend myself probably isn't the best idea.
Well, you do have heart.
Hmm.
I'm sure we will find a paladin that would be most eager to take you on as an acolyte.
I do hope so.
Though we do have to cross a bridge to get back into town.
I do not worry of the bridge. If it didn't stop us on our way out, I doubt on our way in it'll be an issue.
It's not there.
Hmm.
Alright. Let's put this away before the guards think I am coming in with malicious intent of any kind.
I doubt they would ever think such a thing of a paladin.
Stand from appearance so we do not look weak for them. For they need not little reason to judge us.
If you'll excuse us.
Pardon us, guards.
Of course.
We attempted to inform the individuals in the village, but it would appear that most are either out in the fields or in town. We were not able to get a hold of anyone.
If it would be possible to send a guard out there at some point today. Just to inform.
Forgive me, what was that last part? I didn't hear that.
No, it's fine. We attempted to inform the farm of the situation at the lake. We couldn't find anyone, though. It seems either they were on the fields or in the city somewhere. If it would be possible, maybe a guard to inform them later in the day.
Yes, we will make sure and send word as far as that. We are making sure we inform as many people to advise caution when approaching the lake.
Thank you. May the blue flame guide you.
As with you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is Martino currently at the church?
We are about to return to
I
him.
was with him when I would like to speak with him. I think I might have something that might prove useful to what's going on with the bodies that was brought back.
He is currently writing his report on the events out at the lake. It would certainly be of some help if you have anything.
Just gonna lift up his sleeve past his shoulder. You'll see a large gash and a crossbow bolt wound. This gash might prove some insight.
I see.
You encountered the creatures there yourself.
At Mosley, yes.
Mostly. Yes, then certainly.
Good afternoon.
We will need you. If you'll accompany us, certainly maybe the other acolytes would like to look you over. Shall we?
Let us.
Your name, by the way?
Jack, I'm the brewmaster.
A pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Elaine, acolyte in training.
It's a pleasure to meet you then. Yes, I think you took Wolvar out beyond the walls a little bit earlier this morning.
Yes.
I'm glad you're out of town now.
We were not followed. I made sure of that.
Even if you weren't, they have eyes and ears everywhere. Who knows who can truly be trusted nowadays?
It's a difficult time. And a difficult time to trust, to be sure. But we do need to stay together to a certain extent as well. After all, we can help ourselves, but we must look to help others as well.
One try to live by.
Surely Martino is in his room if they are not here. Follow me. Okay, where is... Martino's is on the end, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Allow me but a moment. Martino?
We need to do something. If we let them go long enough until tonight, that is just another night where they can drown more people.
I understand. I will see. I will ask around the paladins, see who is willing to come forth on this venture.
Martino?
And when we hear back from Kyler and his... Yes, Elaine.
Jack the brewmaster is here. He has a bite mark on his arm he wishes for you to look at in relation to these monsters.
Of course.
I'll tell him to come in then.
Yes.
A bite mark? How did he get that?
He said in Mosley.
He do.
He will see you. Raylin is still inside as well.
Cold iron, that's just about it.
Thank you for your assistance.
May the blue flame guide you.
Only through... Or see the wounds on the bodies of those who were recovered?
No, I didn't get the chance to. I was hoping to now since I had some free time, but I don't know if any of them are still studying at all. I mean, possibly even just looking at the wound would probably give some good information.
Yes. From the sounds of the report from Raylan, though, and her account, these are certainly drowned men. The description matches.
What was that description exactly?
Looked like bloated men. Foul, greenish in color. What almost looked like fins' talons.
Long ones? Or hands?
Yes. Sounds exactly like them. I'm going to see if I can convince any of the paladins on joining us. Raiden wants to see if we can't put together a force to try and deal with some of them at least today. I'm going to ask some of the paladins to see if any volunteer for this.
Oh, I'd be careful out there.
I
You know you
am
have my
fully
blade.
aware.
You know you have my blade if you need it.
I appreciate this.
Also, what you said earlier at the lake, you're hoping to catch some in the daylight?
To see how many there were, if any were still in the water.
Have you ever witnessed
But it
them
seems we
during the
now... Not normally, only during dusk.
That's when we encountered them too. When we went to Mosley, it was very early morning. It's still dark out.
Yes. But apparently we now know exactly where the island is, or not the island, the cave they are residing under the island. Renan gave me a very good description of where it is.
That's a difficult swing for most.
I don't think any who aren't her or Tang would be able to make it. So the plan revolves on baiting some of them out. This is not a safe thing, but it is even more dangerous to let them stay there unabated.
That is true. Do you know anything that might help against them? Anything useful?
I don't know
When we
anything
fought them, we
specific
just
that...
used swords.
I don't know of anything specific that is better at killing them off than the weapons we have. They seem to do just fine, but it is still dangerous to get close to them. Well, spears and bows and arrows would be most effective.
That they would be.
Things that could keep them back. Or at least some kind of long weapon.
If only we had some of those night killers. Be able to pop them off from a distance.
I appreciate you stopping by, Jack. Though I am fairly convinced by this point. I am very convinced by this point, though, that these are drowned men. I don't know if seeing the wound will... I believe we already know the answer on if they are similar, based on the descriptions. If you can see about getting any support from the guards in this endeavor, or perhaps, I don't know if you could get... I don't think the Anwus would help unless there is coin involved, so unlikely.
I doubt they'll lift a finger to help Erlandi's fight. I can see if I can talk to Horse, maybe get a few guards. Those things can cut right through leather armor. I've seen it before, but I don't know if they can through plate. So even having a few of them would be useful.
Yes, I'll ask to see if some of our paladins, as I said, are willing to volunteer. I know Ivor has already volunteered as well.
Indeed.
I shall keep my distance this time.
Actually, Elaine, I would prefer if you'd not get involved with this. This is too dangerous for one who has not been trained with a weapon.
Fine. I will stay at the church
Unless I
then.
must put my foot down.
That is fine.
My thanks.
Well, then I'll leave you to your business.
I thank you. I meet work schedule. I must hand this report off to Helena, or at least leave it on her desk.
I'll go ahead and let myself out. Let's hope we don't lose
Of
too
course.
many people tonight, then.
Let us hope we lose no one.
If
you're going to be staying at the church, should you be able to notify other paladins if they have not heard?
I shall
I imagine
certainly.
we'll be gathering a force.
I can do so.
Thank you.
Yes.
She's still coughing. Oh, it doesn't seem like it's getting worse.
Hmm.
I chose to let her rest, and I just placed her with
Hmm. Tish, can you pop down with me?
Go. I'm here, go.
So okay, yeah, sorry. They are the events down at the lake. Player characters are trying to set something up for tonight to attack the drowned men. And Martino is trying to get paladins. I don't know if we need to get more NPCs on paladin models, but I figured I'd let one of the DMs know.
Noted. Go ahead and tell the other DMs if you can. I'm going to give you a little bit of information. Is there most likely aren't any more drowners in there? So
Okay.
They're prepping for a lot for nothing.
Great.
But-
Wonderful. Well, Elaine has been told to stay at the church for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to be
You can go do other things.
Yeah, I'll probably pop off of her now once Martino
sounds good.
leaves. Okay.
Yes.
Is he making God aware?
I believe he is. He said he would be stepping into the back room to gather some paladins.
I see. I assume so. I alerted another god as well, so.
Multiple gods are informed. Good,
Yes,
good.
the gods have been made aware of the situation.
2 times the Mithrax. Even better.
Yes. The god let me know something too. There's no more drama in there. This is all for nothing.
Oh no. Unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to use my base, but
Yes, apparently
I suppose-
there is none left, so.
Well, this will be fun then.
Yes. Unless they do something else on the fly, but. Martino?
Seems the priests and the other paladins are currently formulating their own response and their own plan. Right now they're wishing people to stay away from the water instead of taking any actions. Miss Raven will not like to hear this, but...
I see.
It is safer that way either way.
Seems... Yes, it is safer, but just means there will be more numbers when we enact this plan. That much we can expect.
By then,
So, we will
would
just
you-
have to be prepared for such.
by then would your caravan not arrive back? You would have more people?
That is true as well.
Well, let's hope their return is speedy.
Yes.
Indeed. I suppose that we should inform Miss Raven of the decision.
Yes.
She seems to have a bit of a temper.
Yes, there is fire in that one. That one is that much is
Is that common of her kind?
I've never met her kind.
I have not
If I am
either.
honest, I have never seen anything like her.
Neither have
And I
I.
have traveled all over Ireland, and this is the first time I have seen one that looks like her.
Huh. That is definitely a feat then.
Yes.
Hmm.
Hopefully, we can find Miss Raylan.
Hopefully so. You do not think she would have gone back out to the lake? Surely not.
I hope not. I have a feeling she might be in the tower.
Huh.
But I could
Is that
always be wrong.
is that wishful thinking, Martino?
Perhaps.
Oh, it is closed. Hmm.
Yes.
Odd for the middle of the day.
Seems Christos might have taken a break, like I've been advising him to.
Hmm. Good for him.
Yes. It just means Raylan will not be there.
Miss, if you have not been made aware yet, do keep your distance from the lake. There have been attacks out there.
Understood. Thank you.
Of course. May Mithrax guide you?
Same to you. Thank you.
I figured warning those we run into would be best.
That is a good point.
Hmm.
Anywhere.
Why are you
so
not-
I'm staying.
Why can't you just see what I'm trying to tell you? You're going to die. They will kill you. It's over.
It's not though. There's hope here. You know,
No, there's no hope. It's all over. The walls are going to
Tell him.
crumble, and you're going to burn.
I'm not going.
Sir.
There's people here that still care about us. So, you know,
So
I can
what?
stay.
There's people here who are throwing rocks at people like you.
And there's been people that given me like flowers, so like it's perfectly fine, you know?
Flowers.
There's
Flowers.
a perfect balance here, so there's nothing.
The church will do everything in its power to make sure these people are safe. Sir!
What?
My word.
This is entertaining. I just shut up and let it happen.
Slap him. Do it. Slap him.
You know you hate to. What? What? No. That is not it.
You just suggested to use. Hey man, nice look.
Wint.
Anyway.
I tried to speak with the paladins and the priests. It seems that they are formulating their own response to this. I've delivered the report to Helena.
Cannibalism after an act of war.
Unless she allocates any paladins to us,
What's the difference? You're just to lather myself in.
the church will be acting at its own pace.
No.
Wait,
So
sure,
there's
to
like
give them
But
a
they are
name,
aware.
It just makes it weirder.
Sadly not.
Oh, sure, and yes, the
That
livestock
is
that I've had, fats,
unfortunate.
probably had names as well. Do we count them?
There are many who do not want to wish to.
Daisy Bell,
There are many who do not wish to rush into this unprepared. They want to take as many steps as they can to ensure that this will be safe.
They go into supermarkets.
For those who are vegetarians.
They go into. Well, what else? What else?
Abbott? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'll go see
Ah.
I go into a butchery sometimes.
Well, with the help of Miss Red here, we have much more information than we had before.
Or was he a
I
high?
think it's quite easy to say without doubt that there are drowned men in the lake of Adwick.
Every individual can
Thanks to
make them mold, but
thanks to her, we at least know how many at least we should be expecting and where they would be coming from. The church is going to formulate its own plan.
You make it sound like they're picking up grass.
Sadly.
Well, I'll leave it in your hands
Like
then.
livestock.
Thank you for keeping us safe, I suppose.
No. Do we have to
There's
ask
no issue.
people if widows fucking graze
Simply
the
sorry
grass?
to say that
is that hobbits then?
we
Oh my god, no
will not be a plan enacted today.
None of them does that. Dwarves eat rocks. Everyone knows that.
It's very frustrating. But hopefully, no one else dies because
Where do
of
they
it.
put them then?
That's the
Blue
whole
wine,
side.
white steel.
Oh, and that's why we have mountains.
Neither do I.
Let's try Smiley Pants.
Who? Who wants to talk to me?
But if we do this carelessly and many die, we will have only made the problem exponentially worse. And that is the concern that we need to.
Oh yes, it's your
That is the outcome we need to avoid with careful planning.
Alright.
You make a good point.
I was here this whole time.
Let me know.
Of course, and thank you for all the help, Miss Raylan.
Imagine.
I don't know how much I have to say this. You know what, Kyla?
How are you feeling?
My thanks.
I have a poster here. I have a poster here. I need your
I
help.
want the pita cut.
Yes, the PTA.
They say I like the something like energy, and they
If I might ask though,
They
a
like
bit of
the-
personal curiosity.
you should
I don't believe I've ever seen one
just like you
of your kind.
amount of money
What are you?
looking
Makes
like
sense?
What do you call yourself?
You know, I thought about it, but
I'm a traitor.
Come here, I have a quill.
They're creatures
Right.
from the ocean,
I never.
usually off the coast of Gradia or Ashmatalas.
What is the copyright law?
Ah,
Well, it's
I myself have never left it.
It's off the coast of Gradia.
it's so that I can come
It's
up
gonna
with
take
I
a
see.
5 cents.
I myself have never left the borders of Ireland, but I've traveled all over it, and
Family 5
I can
cents to get
certainly say it is the first time I've seen one of your kind in Ireland.
We don't often
Oh
go
god,
ashore,
please
especially
don't.
not
I
in
had the town drunk ask me about that the other day. I'm not buying. No.
Yeah. Your presence is appreciated.
Speaking of speaking
We're not
of
talking
town
about copyright
drunk.
laws here.
Just doing what I can.
Okay, town drunk. Bye.
He's town drunk. He was a brewer.
That much is a lot of help, lot more than maybe you know.
He's hired his own supply.
Certainly wouldn't have had any way of knowing what was down there without you. So, my thanks, and may Mithrax guide you.
Jack, how's your breath?
You as well. Good day.
A good day to
But, you know,
you.
You been drinking?
let's turn around. Your eyes,
Oh, okay, you're good.
you know, well trained, and observant, pass over the far end of the sign further up the road towards the noble quarter. You see a man over there, in green. Seems frustrated, mumbling to himself. You recall hearing him having an argument with someone earlier. He is distressed.
Oh my god. Jack, do you know phonetics?
It seems I
Never mind. Back to
Did
the
you
topic
spot
at hand.
something, Martino?
I was gonna say, pin it up. You can tell me exactly what it means.
I couldn't help overhearing the argument earlier. What distresses you so? I imagine.
Neth, I'm sorry. I just want you to be safe. I just want her to be safe. She'll be safe out west. They'll take her in. But here, they're right on our coattails. They're almost, and they can break down walls. What? I just can't.
It will be all right. The church will not allow her to be hurt. We will do everything in our power to ensure she is safe.
But
If it comes down to it, I've traveled across Illidan many times, and if all were lost, I would be more than happy to escort those who are in danger to a safer place myself. The church is doing everything it can to keep these people safe in Adwick.
Is there a way to get her out sooner? Today? Maybe? I can't.
It will be okay. While she is here, she is safe.
For how long? She's not. Any day now, the lines could crumble and the Imperials could be at our gates, and then what? You're going to sneak her out of the city? And who else? The rest of the elves? And then who's here to comfort everyone else? Are you going to abandon the rest of the city?
I would never abandon those in need. That is why I have chosen the work I do. It is why everyone in the church has chosen the work they do.
She's been offered sanctuary. She's been offered sanctuary elsewhere with Osgood. By Osgood.
Osgood remains here. Do you refer to Godfrey?
I suppose. I don't know.
Sir, these times are tense and things are dangerous and there is much to worry about, I understand. But there is nothing to say that the war will not stop where it is or things will not be pushed back. There is also nothing to say that going...
They've only been pushed forward so far, though. Why would it change? What's going to change? How could it change? What?
Because the actions of everyone who is currently fighting this war is doing everything in their power to change the outcome. And it is, as Mithrak teaches us, that only together do we have the ability to persevere through hardships.
But doesn't Mithrax teach about doing one's best on one's own? Couldn't that mean going west? She has more of a future there than here.
Mithrax says as well that those who help them, Mithrax helps those who help themselves. That much is true. But in the way that they are helped is those who help themselves into a position that they can help others. Mithrax will ensure that help will be there for them in their time of need.
But that...
It is the...
How can you say that when all this has been going on across the country? Where was Mithrax when people were burning? When people were dying?
I can say this because for the last 46 years of my life, I have traveled across Eleland to spread the good actions and good teachings of Mithrax myself, and I have seen the good and the positive change they make to where they are spread.
In times of peace, maybe, but what about now? With war, with this hateful scourge called the Empire rushing towards us with no stop.
Mosley is currently behind Imperial lines, is it not? Entertain this point for a moment. Entertain this point for a moment. Is Mosley not behind Imperial lines?
Mosley? Spare's been out of Adwick. I suppose, sure, I don't know.
Even in this war, I traveled to Mosley. Those in need there. The church will not abandon those. Just because there is danger. We will keep those safe. With everything in our power. Even if it means risking ourselves. Your friend will be kept safe.
But what if she isn't?
Stand by. Roll. Martino, you are an aged and experienced man, who has always sought words before all else, and as such, your words carry with them a weight that is evident to all those who encounter you. The man before you is frightened by what could be, but with a 17, your words, well, they do not necessarily convince him outright, they calm him. He seems more willing to hear what you have to say.
I understand the worry and the fear you have for your friend. But worrying yourself on the things you cannot change will only bring you grief. Focus on what you can do to help her. The things you can do to help her be safe here. After all, it is her choice on whether she travels or not. Would it not then make more sense to make sure she is safe as well as she's here? And be ready, should things go wrong, to do everything in your power to help her.
I suppose, but how could I do that?
You said there were people here throwing rocks at people like elves, spreading hate within the walls. Doing such actions makes this place unsafe for her, makes Adwick unsafe for all who are, by what we should consider, just as much Erelandis as we are. Just because they are not human does not mean they are not Erelandi.
Of course they are. I just feel as if she'd be safer out west than waiting here. I mean, I don't know.
And there are dangers out west there as well, and there you would have to face the same turmoil of doing what you could to keep her safe. But here you have protection of the church, the guards, of the people around you.
Suppose you may be right. In the west, we don't know what's going on. I don't even know where that place you said is. I just know it's safe out west, apparently. But getting there, maybe you're right. Maybe the chance
Traveling
is
the
too great.
roads would be... Traveling the roads is dangerous. That itself brings a risk. If you are so set on traveling west, it would be best to keep that as a last resort. It is not safe to travel the roads alone.
Think about it when they're hungry and they're desperate.
What?
And while you are here...
Come here. Come here. Come closer. I want to say something quietly. What? What should I say to her after I said that horrible thing to her earlier? I didn't mean it. I'm just angry.
When tensions are high and worries run rampant and fear take holds of the mind, we do things we do not mean.
Closed for one day, have
We get
the whole
desperate and we make mistakes.
face of Adwick just crumble as I
Let her know that you...
for one day. It's hilarious.
You would have to let her know that you are aware that you have made an egregious mistake. You must take responsibility for such an action. You must understand that you have done something wrong by doing this and saying this thing to her.
Will you?
It is up to her to forgive you.
Could you
And it
come
would-
with me?
Commander Osgood, but
I don't see why
does
not.
seem in a good mood.
Thank you. What is your name?
Martino Abbotangelo. I am the abbot here at the
Martino.
church.
Abbott. My name is Ace. It's nice to meet
It
you.
is good to meet you, Ace.
Did you see which way she went?
As far as I
Oh,
know,
wait.
she was in the market this...
There she is.
Ah. Now would be a good time to make this apology.
Yeah.
You will not be alone.
Alright, I'm gonna take a little mini break for a few minutes. Let's see here. Alright, just needed a drink really quick. We will go back in. Okay. Let's go find Martino. Best place for me to spawn is going to be here. Oh. Already result, I see. Might have lost Martino.
Especially if you try to speak of experience of these good deeds. I was hoping to get it.
I assume your talks went over well?
Yes, I was able to bring peace of mind to the man, and he was able to apologize for his misdeeds to his friend.
That is good.
It was rather touching.
Another one of your good deeds within Adwick.
No matter how small, every good deed has a lasting impact.
Words to keep close.
A shame that the tavern isn't open yet.
Didn't you say you had someone else you needed to speak with today?
Who else? I've spoken with Penny, I've spoken with Soma.
The one who makes soap?
Ah, yes, Marcus. Thank you for reminding me, Elaine.
Of course.
Additionally,
I believe I
as
saw-
well, Father. I believe the acolyte, the one in the garb, is looking to speak to you as well.
Ah, Lund, yes. Well, I'll put in the order for the barrel in with Marcus, and then we can see about finding Lund.
Vince. I do not believe I have made the appointments yet.
Helena introduced me to them. They apparently often away on missionary work as well.
Ah.
I see.
I wonder if they are attempting to work towards the position of friar, perhaps.
Could be so.
Sergeant, we have the duty we need to do today. Just continue to act.
People died. It's terrible.
I see.
If you want to know exactly about it, talk.
Should we go to the
Hello.
There's
the man himself.
Let's go.
Marcus, if I could put another order in for another medium-sized barrel.
Sure, I can make that.
My thanks. It was 50, was it not?
I believe so. Yes.
That profits that Marcus is getting must be rich.
If you said the large one was a silver, it's only half that.
Pay all its taxes though.
I think all the main wood carvers are out of Adric, aren't they?
Oh, here, you can sign the ledger.
All the
A little
things.
caravan.
All of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The two main ones.
Go ahead and make sure you have that.
Yes, let me get out my coin purse and actually...
Just in case of the caravan,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah,
we
I
don't know
told
whatever
them
damage.
I'll have that
only
delivered
one of them
by
should
evening.
go.
My thanks.
Then they both went.
But I guess Marcus has it covered, doesn't he?
I have
He's
what,
got
sorry?
everything.
What?
All the carpentry work now the other two are gone.
I am the sole woodworker at the moment, between two stations.
Now, do you know where Sister Length is?
Yes. I believe I saw her
You
heading
should ask
towards
the
the
auditor for
scribe.
your own shop at this point.
And the animals have
Towards the
I
scribe.
really should. What
I
was
see.
that called?
I suppose I will head there with them. See if I can
Well, you so
Marcus's general goods, but I'm a generalist. I can do lots of things.
It does seem they are open. I will see if they are inside.
Of course.
They were heading in this direction, but they could have very easily turned towards the church, I suppose.
That's so pretty.
Yes, this is the scribery.
Ah.
We don't spend much time here ourselves.
The place is surrounded by flowers.
These are rather tranquil.
I suppose that's the life of a noble.
Tranquility, lack of worry.
And beauty surrounding wherever you are.
They do enjoy making things around them more comfortable. See,
It's almost as if there's a comparison between the two right next to each other. Looks of the nobles, looks of the poor.
indeed.
Almost as if it says something.
It'd be nice if the nobles could reach out more.
That it would.
But like the father said, there are some good ones. Some who look to help those that are less fortunate than themselves.
It is different here than in Oakenbrook. I do not know of anyone in money there, or who've come into money, that would be willing to help. Though we do not have nobles such as this, so maybe the case. Are you from Hadwick?
Yes. Born and raised here. But so, the division between the nobles and the, well, those that are not the nobles has been fairly stark in my life.
I see.
Part of why I wanted to, get involved with the Church of Mithrax. Being able to help those that require it. And better yourself at the same time, it seemed like a noble endeavor.
It was only a short conversation they needed to have. More business for me and Helena.
I see.
Though it must, of course, be postponed for when Helena is recovered.
See.
I understand.
She really must take more breaks.
Helena?
Yes.
I'm sure the worry must get to her. The stress?
Well, if you'd believe it, she is... Well, if you would believe it, me and Helena are at the same age.
Really?
She's already gone grey.
Huh. Well, that says much.
Yes. I worry for her. She's a good friend. I've known her for quite some time, in fact.
Surely her health suffers.
Not by too much, I hope.
What was that about?
It was right there.
No, I texted.
No, it's fine. It's totally there. It's totally there.
There seems to be a commotion.
Seems to be good spirited.
Indeed.
That's why all those ropes were
It's nice to see you now.
What's with you and
Yes, it is always good to see people in good spirits.
Our theory was if the tavern was closed all day, people would be more productive.
I want to eat and drink.
Same.
Well, that's just a theory.
Well,
Is it gonna be open tonight
how
or
are
what?
you would not be
Gonna be
productive
open now. I'm
because
just
your
about to go.
door
When
is
was the last time
closed.
you sharpened a sword?
Okay.
Yes.
A little while ago.
Let's go.
But now we have a grindstone, I
like
could
my
do it.
advocate theories.
Well, hopefully you were able to get
Be
the
using
break
your
while
service.
it's
Went
closed.
to the tavern then.
I was. That's what this bucket was for. And I was
The great
Also, Taylor, I heard there was an old lady who was kind
I'm
of
glad to
crazy
hear
over
that
to
you've
the bar.
actually
You could always start
taken to
her.
my advice of allowing yourself breaks.
you know, I don't really. Oh no, this was a special.
I prefer to go for people that are younger
No
than
matter.
Ah,
Well, I
yes,
mean, you're what,
remember.
80 something? She's probably around the same age.
84, exactly.
Yeah. Are you saying that? I don't understand. Okay.
All right. And now, to everyone who has waited patiently, the tavern is
The grand reopened.
You know, the one time it's been.
Do you believe I will grab a meal for myself?
Do let Martino know. I'm going to head back to the church for a moment. I shall return to meet him.
Understood. I will let them know.
Thank you.
I'm about to depart on my own business. I will let them know and then depart.
Thank you.
right after that conversation. Gordon did. He came out and just grabbed Jack's leg and just dragged him into the barracks. Didn't even say
and
what
everything else going on in the meantime. Just
Let me know when you need me in character. Fucking hell.
Neil, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sorry I didn't see it. I was talking to Martino. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here.
You are the progenitor of this.
I will
Go
find out.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty soon here. If we're just going by how long it's been midday, it might
Alright,
be.
I let him know.
Pretty soon anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
And food and water.
Yes, I need a moment.
I know. Jack walked up to me and said, "I know your orders are to arrest Byron Gamble, but I would ask that you disregard them." What? You walked up to the commander who's all about the law and say, "Please, pretty please, betray the king, sir." Oh, by the way,
When he said that, it's like, this one time I want you to disregard your order. It's like, you just said that to the commander's face? Oh, this'll be good.
Oh, this is good. If there wasn't a problem, I was gonna have been fucking pissed.
Still is.
Like,
Well, Ladwick has no captains.
Okay, fuck.
They have one.
God, it fucking plays into I named my fucking episode today Needs of the Many. God, it's playing into it way too much. I fucking hate it.
Traitors and wild magic.
I have no idea.
Did my boy Byron get in trouble?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Stylish Gambino?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm going to try because the only reason it hasn't happened is because all the player characters are just walking around a little bubble. It's kind of hard to get to one of them.
It is time for burger.
Do we know if Maple is doing a module right now? Let me see.
I know we were supposed to do the mercenary module at some point, but there hasn't been a call for it.
Okay. That's Maple's, isn't it?
I'm not actually sure who's running it. I know Brun's announced it, but it says anyone underneath it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, whoever. Hang on.
I'm gonna fucking try, but if they're not alone or anything like that, I'm just like, well, I'll try again Tuesday.
That means I should find me a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, again, your role's pretty easy. It's just like
Gambit.
But it's an excuse to
Oh, hello.
play it. What are you doing here? Why is there a player character in here? What happened? Hello? Careful, I got a knife.
Well, you have a knife. That's cute.
A knife. I have a knife that fits in my fingers. It's melded to them. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish I had a sword. No.
Do not make Earth noises. What is wrong with you, Giga?
I can't wait for everybody to show back up tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
You're right. Alright.
I learned things today.
Learn things.
Going to map testing only. Just
Magic
idling
things.
Oh. There's no such thing as magic. Fuck magic. Magic's not real.
Only miracles of Mithrax.
Yes, only miracles of Mithrax.
If
Funny-
you're my
funny
guard
you
for
say
dead
that,
drop
because-
deeds, come to NPC spawn.
That's the plan.
Nothing but a tired dwarf with a long day ahead of him, you still.
So, question, Giga.
Of course, the Dryad is a gift from
Yeah?
Did Byron get his ass in trouble?
I can't answer that.
What the fuck? I need to know that.
What a luxurious beard.
I can't answer that.
Oh, fuck my fucking idiot.
For the last 200 years.
I was just sitting behind the. I was just sitting behind.
Were you the beard oil salesman?
You have Scribe Guard tab
Nope.
on.
Who was the beard oil
I'm gonna get this
That
steak
was
and put it on
ZG.
at least 8 times, though.
Again, you're just
We have exactly
Just to
3
sort of
models,
reference
and
with
none
them.
of them have any customization.
Very,
It limit.
yes.
Well,
Wait.
no, we technically have 5, but 2
Does it
of them
have the
are
thumb
short
issue?
beards.
Wait, put your thumbs up.
Okay, so.
No.
No, it doesn't have the thumb issue like
as bad.
OSL's.
The
OSL's on
Yeah.
one of his
The
thumbs.
2
It
short
like
beard
tilts
dwarves are the
inward.
ones with the thumb issues.
Oh, okay. I think his dwarf has a long beard though, doesn't it? His normal model. It's probably just based on the same base. Yeah. That's what
it's the
his.
short beard dwarves.
Yeah. His does that too.
Oh. Hey,
It's
it
awful.
fucking hurts like a bitch. Every time I put my thumb up, it dislocates. And it's really fucking painful.
Let's see it.
But at least I can put it back.
Just give me a second.
I don't know if I want to get off now or not. I'm tired. I'm so exhausted. You have no idea.
Oh no.
It's 1 a.m. for me. I need to figure out if something's
It's
going on.
funny. Oh no.
Oh, I stay up till end of session
If I
always.
were to ever make one request
Oh
of my
no.
more dwarf customization for the love of all that is mighty.
I have to.
I
I
want
hope the
you to be
things.
more dwarf.
I hope the things that I need. I have.
I need to go speak to a god.
Wow.
I'm also really fucking.
Maple. Thank you again, Neil. Thank you so much. Such a sweetheart. Also, thank you for hanging out. I'm just gonna figure out if we need to do some Red Lady stuff, and then I'm gonna head on back out. Thank you. You're too kind. Right, I'm gonna pop back up. Maple is most likely busy, so I will go do something else for a little bit.
I just got back from freshening up. Am I coming through?
Yep, you're coming through fine.
You're there. Awesome. Good to be here and rather than not here.
Also, yeah, sorry about earlier. I'm playing my secondary paladin today because my other one got had things happen. So,
So now you just made my guard complicit in gossiping against the Inquisitors.
I guess
Gee, what is this guard
What?
against the
I
Inquisitor?
did no
Yeah.
such thing.
I told you even monsters can bleed, and I was like, whoops, wrong person. Now I just told more people. But
whoops.
Remember,
I forget what I named the elf yesterday I was playing.
You're fine.
I forget what I called her, but I guess I can go back out on an elf.
But yeah.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, no,
See you
today
later.
I
I'm gonna see
was-
some people and go to bed.
Have a good night, Gambit.
Have a good night.
But yes, today I have been playing Brother Ivor, and the other day I was playing Brother Faustus.
Faustus.
So, yeah.
Okay, Faustus. Faustus was the guy.
Yes, he was the one that told you the thing. Yes.
I know it. Now it's Igor.
You good?
Ivor. I-V-O-R.
Igor.
I think this man's dying. I'm not too sure. Very strange.
And when Igor gets sent away, who else is it gonna be?
Who knows? Maybe I'll have a third stringer paladin.
It's gonna be Paladin Bobber.
See what kind of shenanigans I can get into at the tavern. Oh, actually, my feet need charging. Ooh. It's fine. It's good enough for a little while.
Hey, Joe. You're stressed the mugger might come after you again.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I may actually pop off for the night now that I'm thinking about it, because Maple doesn't seem to be doing Red Lady things tonight, so I may pop off. Let me respawn. At least charge my feet for a while.
Like signing up for modules and being like, yeah, I'll go for that, and then they're like way
Yep.
later than I expected.
That
them
was
to be,
me today.
and I'm sad.
Thank you.
I
Have a
signed
good
up
night.
for this one,
I'm gonna
and
pop
then
out.
the,
Yeah, at least charge my feet, and
the
then I'll
Horrors
probably,
of the Lake.
if anything, just do some late night RP. Pop back in later,
Oh, I
but
see.
I will not be
I
streaming it
did
most
advance
likely.
that.
But have a wonderful night.
Fortunately,
Good
that
night.
one
Good night.
was
Good
early in
night.
the morning, so that just left me
Mhm.
most of today waiting for this.